Hi everyone, it's Jodie here. This is just a little video showing my process with painting another moon. Sorry about that, but it's just a moon painting on the front of my latest sketchbook that I'm working on. I did have the other sketchbook that I've done the sketchbook tour of, or showing of my sketchbook. That's got a sun on the front of that one, but I didn't video that at the time. It's I just thought, oh, I better post something because I haven't for a while, and you may have thought I'd forgotten you all, which is not the case. I just seem to have got sidetracked doing other things. This painting's just using a mixture of craft paint and the odd bit of acrylic paint as well. I've put them, what I've used, to the side so you can sort of see. This originally started with just a rough, I think it was some gesso as a guide, and yeah, it's supposed to be, the moon's supposed to be in clouds, but my clouds look more like the sea, so but never mind. So yeah, so I basically had laid down just a first off, I think I gessoed the cover, either gessoed or matte medium, to be honest with you. I can't remember, it was that long ago that I did it. So I and then I had put in some white just to black out, probably some white gesso for the shape of the moon and the clouds. And now I'm saying I've sort of got I've done the clouds, a roly-poly of the clouds, and now I'm doing a background, and I've sort of had that a gradient background going from a turquoisey blue to a purple. I started off just being from the blue to the purple, but then decided I quite liked maybe if I lighten the top up a little bit more. So I go back in on the second coat, because with it being a black background, everything has like two coats. I suppose I could have gone over the background completely, or the area that I was to paint, with white, and then done my painting, but I've done it this way. It's probably because at least then I can see where I'm going if I've got black, and it only takes a couple of layers, and I just use my heat gun in between. So this is me just going in, making it a little bit more turquoise. I've just used a bit of Tim Holtz distress paint, which is mixed with normal acrylic. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but it's what I do, because I quite like the matte of the craft paint, but yeah, it mixes well with the normal acrylic, like a heavy body type acrylic. I'm not using golden acrylic, I'm using the Atelier Interactive. I had a small sample box of that I've been working my way through. It's quite good paint, nothing wrong with it. Yeah, so here I am just trying to tidy up my background. I kept getting putting my fingers in things. So yeah, I didn't really like how bright or how weird that cloud was, so I've gone over it with a swirling of white paint just to sort of tone it back, and here I'm just fixing up one of the edges because I'd sort of gooped out a bit. Yeah, just tidying up and changing things. So now I've put to the left there, that's a yellow ochre, which I'm missing. I'm not missing. I'm mixing with my white paint to give the moon a bit of an off-white colour, because I generally do the moons as a brownie or a creamy colour. Even though I think I heat gunned and tried to dry it off, I still managed to put my hand and splodge bits of paint all over the rest of it. what I just did then, trying to fix up where somehow I managed to put white paint up there. It didn't, when I used water to get rid of it, it seemed to remove everything. So, and my paint on the palette had already dried, so it dries so quickly, it's ridiculous. So now I'm just sort of going in with a little bit darker around the edges to give like the sense of 2D, 3D, 2D, something like that. Trying to get a good round shape. Yeah, I had a couple of goes at lips, and then that eye was sticking out too far at the front here, so I fixed that up a bit later on, and I faff around with the lips and getting the nose and the shading, and so sort of started off, the background looks quite clean, but the rest of it gets quite messy. My normal painting style, not smooth, very painterly, as they say. So that's when I realised the eyeball was bulging. So I brought it back a bit and getting the shape of the nose and getting some shadows and just getting that shape of the lip and shadow on the bottom part of the bottom lip, cheekbone. Not that the moon has cheeks, but you know, my moons do. Putting in the white, just doing an eyelid, some shadow, nothing too major. I didn't go as pernickety as I normally do, because it's just a front cover, and they actually look quite neat. I will go and when it's dry, it takes a couple of days to dry, and seal it with soft gloss gel medium, and then wait for that to dry for a while and varnish it a couple of times. So now I'm just putting some texture in the moon, making it look a little bit sort of, well, the moon, you know, cratered. Nothing too detailed, just sort of splodges with a paintbrush that's gone all curly-whirly. And just let that dry, and putting some white in to add a bit more highlight. Sorry, I should have moved this over to the left a bit more. Oh, and this was good fun trying to do the stars, because the first one I did was alright, but by the time I got to the third, it got worse. So I basically, oh yeah, I must have been putting my hands in it again, so I'm trying to dry it off. And yeah, at the end I put one dot of Stickles in the middle of those big stars with a bit of glitter in it. I haven't shown that part. And then I just did some bits of stars all around the place. Which, yeah, looked alright. And yes, I'm drawing a fairy. So I drew it off to the side on a piece of paper, and then I thought I'll just paint it straight in there, which it worked out all right at the end, but I did make a few mistakes, so I sort of removed it and painted over the arms and bits that were all blobby, and fixed it up and put her back in, and she seems to be, well, it looks like a fairy, so that's all that matters, isn't it? As long as it looks like what it's supposed to, it doesn't matter. It's an interpretation. That's just my excuse for not getting her completely perfect. But yeah, so that's getting very close to the end. And so I hope you enjoyed this little just little side track distraction. I might paint another one. I've got another little sketchbook I want to paint. I want to do a little seahorse on the front of that, so hopefully I'll get around to painting it. I was a bit scared because I haven't painted in such a while, not with acrylics. Been doing lots of paintings in my sketchbook, but they're only supposed to be quick little things and I don't video those. So thank you all for watching me again, and I hope you enjoyed this little picture. I did paint around the outside using a mix of the acrylic paint and golden micaceous iron oxide. I can't say that. But. So yeah, so it gets a little bit of a little shimmer, very soft. Okay, thank you again for watching, everyone, and I hope you've enjoyed your day, and I hope this inspires you to do a bit of painting. Thanks. Bye.